Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. Students, we are in unit 5, that is computer programming. In today's lesson we will learn and we will discuss the print statement. Print statement. The print statement is used to display the data on the screen. This is the most widely used statement in basic language. Almost in every program, if we want to display any output on the console screen or on the output screen, we will be using the print statement. It can be used to display messages, values of variables, and to print the answers of arithmetic expressions. The print statement has the following form or syntax. Line number, I told you that the IDE that we are using, that is QB64, in that IDE we don't need to input the line numbers, so the line numbers are assigned automatically by the IDE. So we will write the keyword print, and after that it depends on our requirement whether we are going to print the value of a constant value, or we are going to print the value of a variable, or we are going to evaluate an expression and print its result. So after the print keyword we have to write any of these three things, and that will be displayed on the screen at runtime. If a print statement does not contain anything to print, then a blank line space will be output on the screen. So if there is nothing to display, as a result it will print a blank line space. For example, at line number 10 we have a statement print Pakistan. Pakistan is a string and it is enclosed in double quotation mark. On the second line we are writing print. Now here you can see that on the second line we have just written the keyword print and there is nothing to display, just a keyword print. And on third line, line number 30, it is printed or it is written print Zindabad, and which is enclosed in double quotation mark because it is a string. Whenever we execute these three lines of code, this will be the output. When we run this program, this will be the output. The first statement prints Pakistan, then the second prints a blank line space. I told you this line is just because of this second print statement, and then Zindabad, which is the output of the third print statement. So this will be the output of these three lines of code whenever we run this program. Constants used with print statement may either be numeric or string. If string constant is required to be displayed, then it must be enclosed in double quotation marks, as we know that string is always enclosed in double quotation mark. Have a look at the following two programs for numeric and string constants, that how they are printed with the help of print statement. Here in this first example you can see that we are using the print statement for displaying these constant values. In the first statement we are displaying the constant value 9, in the second statement we are displaying constant value -100, and in the third statement we are displaying this fractional value 3.14159, which is actually the value of pi. So these this three line of code, whenever it is executed or run, so this will be the output. The first statement will give you the value 9, second will display -100, and third will display 3.14159, which are constant values. In the second example you can see that we are displaying string constants with the help of print statement. In the first statement we are displaying this name Huria, which is enclosed in double quotation mark, and it is displayed with the help of print example. And in the second statement you can see that we have written this word hello along with exclamation mark, and it is enclosed in double quotation mark, which shows that it's a string and displayed by the print statement. And then in the third statement we are displaying a string, a long string, which is just like a sentence, that is how are you, and it is also enclosed in double quotation mark. One question arises that what about these spaces between these combination of characters? How is a word, then there is a space, R is a word, and then there is a space, and then U. So remember that in computer science space is also a character. Assume that there is something in this space. Space is itself a character. It needs a key to be pressed on the keyboard, so it is also a character, and wherever it is enclosed in double quotation mark, the computer will take it as a whole as a string constant. So it is displayed with the help of print statement. This will be the output whenever we execute this three line of code. The first statement will give you this word Huria, and the second will display hello, and then the third one will display how are you. Variables may also be used with print statement to display their values. Variables may either be numeric or string as shown in the figure. For example, here we have two examples. In the first example you can see that we have declared or initialized a variable with the name sum. Sum is a variable and its value is 250. Now in the second statement we just want to display the value of sum, which is actually a variable, and the value is 250. So whenever we execute this program, this will be the result. 250 is the output, which is just because of this print statement which displays the value of sum. Then in the second example we have a string variable n. How we will know that n is a string variable? Just because of this $sign, as we have already learned that any variable name which ends with the $sign is a string variable, and the value which we want to store inside this string variable must be enclosed in double quotation marks. So in the second statement we are printing the value of this string variable n. So as a result we will get this output whenever this print statement executes, and it displays the value of this string variable n, which is Vasik. So this is how you can display the numeric variable values and string variable values with the help of print statement. The print statement can also be used to display the value of an expression. As I told you, expression, the combination of operators and operands is called an expression, or the combination of constants, variables and operators are called expression. For example, here we have these three lines of code. Print 8 plus 3 multiplied by 3. It is an expression where we have three constant values and two operators, plus and multiplication. These are the two operators, and the combination is called expression. Now the computer already know that how it will evaluate this expression. In the second statement it is 22 divided by 7, and in third it is written as 5 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 3, 2 power 3. This is the exponentiation operator, which means power. So when the first statement displays the result, so before that it will evaluate this expression, which will be 3 multiplied by 3, that is 9 plus 8, it will give you 17. And you can see whenever we run this program, the first statement is giving you the result 17. The second statement will give you the result 3.14159 when 22 is divided by 7, which is actually the value of pi. And the third statement, in which we have written the expression 5 multiplied by, and inside the parenthesis we have written 2 power 3. So according to the precedence of operators, we know that parenthesis will be solved first. So whenever first we will take the power of 2 as 3, which gives us the value of 8. 2 power 3 is 8, and 5 8s are 40. So this will be the result which is printed by the third print statement. So here we can see that expressions can also be evaluated or can also be printed. The results of expression can also be printed with the help of print statement. More than one value can also be displayed on a single line by insertion of semicolon or comma. When semicolon is used between numeric constants or variables, two spaces are produced between them. For example, like we have this print statement where we are displaying these constant values 5, 6 and 7. We want to display these three values on the same line, separated by two spaces. So for two spaces we have to put semicolon between these three numbers, constant numbers. So you can see that 5, and after that we have two spaces, two single spaces, and then 6 is displayed on the same line, and then two spaces just because of this semicolon, and then 7 is displayed. So this is how you can print values on the same line having two spaces between. When comma is used between constants and variables, 15 spaces are produced between them. So let's have examples. Here the same example in which we are displaying 5, 6 and 7 on the same line, but instead of semicolon we are using comma. Here we are using comma, which will give you 15 spaces between the two numbers. 5 is printed, and then this comma produces 15 single spaces, and then 6 is displayed, and then another comma produces 15 spaces, and then 7 is displayed. So this is how you can print values on the same line. Okay boys, that's it for today. I hope you have got the concept clearly, that how you will use and in how many ways you can use the print statement. In the coming lesson we will talk about the input statement. Print is an output statement and input will be as an input statement. So till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.